Hi, good afternoon to all the mothers there. Today I'm going to actually prepare two healthy yet delicious recipes that you can go home in the comfort of your own home and prepare for your babies. The first one that I'll be doing is the creamy puree delights, and the second one is the tropical baby delight. So come, I will show you how to select and pick the ingredients that are nutritious yet tasty for your baby. Okay, now as you can see, we are in the fruit and vegetable section, and in this section you can see a range of colorful fruits and vegetables. So basically what we are going to do is the first ingredient, which is the creamy puree wonders. And in this recipe there's only 3 ingredients. It's the banana, chickpeas and pumpkin. So first of all, you can see over here we have a range of banana to choose from. Try to stir away when choosing for your baby. Like for me myself, I will not choose this for my baby because it's actually very green, it's still very raw. Over here is example of a good one, which is actually, bright yellow color that's ripe, because when it's ripe, its nutritional value is at its highest. So the goodness about bananas is that it's actually very rich in potassium, which is good for the heart health, and it's full of fiber. And fiber, it helps to prevent constipation in your baby. So there's also very rich in vitamin A, vitamin C to boost the kids' immune system. So try to include banana as a first food for your baby because it's easy, it's versatile and it's tasty. So this is something I'm going to put inside my trolley, and we're going to shop for the next ingredient, which is the pumpkin. Okay, now we're going to select the different pumpkins for your baby. As you can see here, there are different types of orangey pumpkins. But even before you choose the right type of pumpkin, try not to choose this type which is already enclosed because they are actually very tough, the skin. And I actually had a hard time preparing for my baby as well because the skin was too tough. So try to select those that are actually cut up for you, like the ones over here. As you can see, they are actually cut up to small pieces, and the more important is actually to compare the color. So if you look at the color, try to get those that are the brighter orangey color ones. So the one on my left is actually the more brightly colored one. So this orangey color is actually due to a nutrient called beta-carotene inside. That is actually good for your baby because it boosts your child's immune system to reduce cold and flu. This one is one that have the seeds, and the veins. The main thing when you prepare for your pumpkin, you have to de-seed it and also take out the veiny bits. And we're using the flesh part. So it's also good if you can take off the skin also. And pumpkin is actually very versatile. The other thing is that when cooking it, you can actually steam it, mash it, to make it softer puree for a baby, especially 6 months old baby. Okay, as you can see here, we are at the organic section of FairPrice. And over here, we are going to choose our last ingredient for the creamy puree wonder, and it's actually chickpeas. And on the English name is actually garbanzo beans. So this chickpeas is actually very good because it provides a very nutty and mild taste for your puree. And the good thing about chickpeas is that it's very good in protein, that give better growth and development for your baby. And it's also very high in fiber, which helps to reduce constipation for your baby. Other than that, if you want to use other alternatives than chickpeas, you can actually select over here, which is the soya bean over here, as well as the red lentil. So there's other alternatives that you can use to make it as colorful to your puree as possible. And because all this actually provide a nutty taste and flavor, which make it very good for your baby's health. Okay, so these are the 3 ingredients that you can actually put into the creamy puree wonders that actually give it a flavorsome, tasty taste to your baby's puree. So as I mentioned here, over the banana is actually high in potassium. That is good for your baby's heart health. Then we have the pumpkin, which is a bright orangey color, high in beta-carotene, which boosts your child's immune system. And of course, just now, which I mentioned about the chickpeas, which is high in protein for your baby's growth and development. So happy cooking at home. Now for the second recipe we are going to prepare, it will be the tropical baby delight. And with that, we actually require milk as an ingredient. So if you can pick from your home, the Mamil Gold Prissy Nutri. And milk powder is actually a good source of calcium, and iron, protein, as well as they are fortified with vitamins and minerals, so they are full of goodness for your baby. Okay, now we are actually at the dairy section, and you can see we have a whole range of yogurt over here. A lot of them have the healthier choice, But take note that there's non-fat and there's those that are low fat. For babies 6 to 12 months, we should actually choose those that are full fat, which is a full cream one, because we want a healthier growth and development for their brain performance. So we actually need fat. So we're going to actually pick the one over here, which is the full cream fat one. And the main thing to note is that it's all natural without added sugar. So this is important because we don't want them to develop a sweet tooth at a very young age. So other than that, yogurt is actually very good because they are very high in calcium for your baby's bone and teeth development. And the other thing is that it's got live bacteria inside that's very good for the baby's gut digestion. Okay, over here we are getting the next ingredient, which is actually prunes. And over here you can see these prunes are actually free from blemishes and very smooth. So this is the right one you should take. And the good thing about prunes is that it's actually very sweet, but the most important, prunes very famous for the baby's digestive system because it's actually full of fiber. And prunes are actually very rich in vitamin A and C for the baby's immune system. Other than that, it's actually very good for the gut digestion. So to prevent constipation, it's actually a remedial for your baby's digestion. So try to choose those that are not blemished, that are smooth. And actually the nutritive value is in the skin itself, so try not to peel away the skin. But you might want to steam it and bake it to make it soften so that it's easier to digest, because once you bake it and steam it, it actually breaks down the sugar level and make it easier for your baby to actually digest as well. So this is the one that I'm going to actually add in to my basket. Okay, so we're going to next select papaya. As you can see here, there's two different types of papaya. We got the really huge papaya compared to the small one. Main thing when choosing for the baby, you're trying to choose those that are not green. And over here you can see most of them are not ripe. And for papaya to be at its highest nutritional value is actually when it's bright orange like this one, which is high in beta-carotene. Very good for the eyes and also for the baby's skin. So this is actually very high in fiber, vitamin A and C that boost your child's immunity. Okay, last but not least, we come to the last ingredient on our list, and that is avocados. As you can see, there's a whole range of avocados here. We ask you to pick those that are not so green because when you press it, it's really hard. Try to get those that are really soft, okay, and soft to the feel. And these are the ones that are easier to do and easier to mash for your baby. If you were to select the green one, which is not ripe, the nutritional value is not at its peak. And not only that, it's also harder to blend because it's still hard. If you want to, if at home you have any green one that's not ripe, what you can do to become like this, which is ripen up, is to put it in a plastic bag with the banana. And the banana will actually give off a gas, and the gas will actually ripen the avocado. Okay, so why avocado? Because avocado is actually full of monounsaturated fat. In fact, if you look at this avocado here, it's got the National Heart Foundation tick, which is recommended by the Australian Heart Foundation. So this is actually healthy for heart health. As for your baby, it's good for their brain development because it contains the good fat. So babies under 2 years old, we do not restrict their fat intake. So avocado is actually a very good source of monounsaturated fat that will actually increase the good cholesterol and reduce the bad cholesterol. So it keeps your baby heart healthy. Okay, now this is the end of our shopping spree. As you can see in my basket here, I have the 5 ingredients for the Tropical Baby Delight. Just to re-emphasize that the avocado is actually very good for your baby's brain health because of the monounsaturated fat inside, and it's also good for the heart health for your baby. Other than that, we also pick up the yogurt, which is the natural unsweetened yogurt that's very good for your baby's bone development because of the calcium inside. And we also have the prunes. Prunes, as we know, is actually very good to reduce constipation for your baby due to its high fiber content. We also have the papaya over here, which is brightly colored with orangey color with beta-carotene. So it's actually boosting your child's immune system. Last but not least, we also have the Mamil Gold Preci Nutri milk powder, which is actually very high in calcium and protein, but also fortified with vitamins and minerals for your baby's growth and development. So overall, these ingredients make up the Tropical Baby Delight, and let's start cooking.